Well, we've been telling you about the communication between the United States of America and Israel. There are top officials holding regular meetings to discuss the emerging situation in the Middle East. But let's tell you about the internal meetings in Israel, as all eyes are on Israel's next big move. There's breaking news. We've managed to access that Israel Chief of General Staff, the head of Shin and the head of Mosad are holding consultations as we speak. Siddhant, my colleague, continues to stay on with us. Siddhant, this is the way forward for Israel. We'll just reconnect with Siddhant in a bit, but like I said, a host of meetings have been ongoing in Israel as well. In fact, just a short while ago, Israeli Air Force also took to social media to talk about the manner in which continuous targeted activities are being attempted by the forces in several areas in southern Lebanon. They say commando forces, paratroopers, armor along with Air Force aircrafts, fighter jets continue these targeted activities given the aggression that's been seen on part of Hezbollah. Further, we've also seen how Iran, after having launched a salvo of about 200 ballistic missiles at Israeli military targets, has said that this is a warning. It's a warning sign. It's not an attack on Israel. And if at all Israel chooses to respond, the retaliation from Iran's end is going to be more damaging than ever. That's the kind of warning that Iran has also come out to send in the meanwhile. But yes, these developments have once again raised concerns around the manner in which the Middle East is edging ever closer towards a full-blown regional war, with Israel also vowing to respond to Iran's huge barrage of ballistic missiles, which were fired on the country late last night, India time. Now, this is a dramatic military escalation in the region, and like I said, for the first time that we see both the military powerhouses in the Middle East engaged in a direct conflict, which is what magnifies the seriousness of the situation. But as far as Israel is concerned, Israel has been saying that it's not going to let go of this. In fact, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu himself addressed Israelis and said that Iran will have to pay a huge price for this. Like I said, there are meetings that are currently underway, meetings involving Israel Chief of General Staff, the head of Shin and also the head of Mosad. They're holding consultations. In fact, United States of America also through several top officials has conveyed that US will be providing as much military support to Israel as is needed. Let me go across to Anand Narasimhan joining us on the phone line with more details. Anand, it's but natural that we will keep seeing these kind of consultations on part of Israel, but all eyes really on the next big move of Israel, which says that Iran will have to most certainly pay a heavy price for this.
Well, one of the things that the Israeli army and the Israelis are very good at is psyops. So everybody is looking at Israel for a reaction and a response. So what they're doing is they're also optically playing up the entire psyops. They're going to keep Iran on the edge, and that's the biggest psyching up that can be done of the entire region. And it also frays the nerves to a level where Israel will look at a weak point or a point where there will be a certain breathing out or a waiting, and just when the opponents will think that this is nothing but a lot of psyops and a lot of flexing of the muscle, but there's nothing there, and they let down their guard, and that's when the Israelis will try and move in. Now, with the Shin Bet and the Mossad talking to each other, clearly there is some intel sharing and, of course, a strategic sharing. What will be the ideal response by Israel that will be seen as commensurate, or if not more, a retaliation or an answer to Iran's offense on Israeli territory? Now, that's the big question. And Israel is saying that, we have done things which the world could not imagine. They've demonstrated that with the pagers, they've demonstrated that with the walkie-talkies, they've demonstrated that with taking Nasrallah out, and also Ismail Haniyeh out. So the Hamas head, the Hezbollah head, all out within a matter of months, and they've done all of this with months of preparation, with nobody expected from them. Now the world is expecting, because Israel has committed to it, that it will respond to Iran. Now Iran has also challenged Israel to respond or to just sit quiet. Either ways, there is a certain level of optics which is at play, and that's why the IDF, and you're seeing these pictures also being released. It's not that the first time the Shin Bet head and the Mossad head are meeting. They could have met in secrecy, they could have met in isolation, they could have met met without the camera's eyes, or these pictures need not have been shared to the world. There is a reason why this is being done, because both sides are also playing up the psyops, the optics game. And here it is just to try and tell Iran, be on standby, be on standby, be on standby. You just be red alert. Now, for the last 12 hours plus, Iran has been on red alert. It has shut down its airspace since last night, fearing a retaliation. How long will Iran continue to be on frayed nerves is another psyops game where Israel will make Iran sweat, and they'll continue to do that. So this is classic psyops game that is also visible, because the IDF and the Israelis need not really show to the world how they are consulting, who they are meeting, and why they are speaking. Now, all of this information being shared with the global press and the global media is that everyone's lapping it up, and everybody's adding on to this entire hype around Israel's response and where it's going to be. And it could be an optical illusion or a psyops game where Israel may decide a different place or a different thing altogether, or they may have already put certain things in motion which could manifest in the next few hours, in the next few days, or in the next few months. We don't know. But right now, it just seems like, yes, there is consultation, but the mood within Israel is also that most Israelis want a strong response to Iran. Now, how is that going to happen? We'll have to wait and watch. But yes. There could be important information and consultancy and strategies and alternatives. What could be the select targets that could also be shared? But my point is that we should also understand that it's not necessary that that's what's being shared right now. It's what they want the world to believe, that Israel is on the move. They're going to strike. And Iranians are going to be watching this very, very closely.
Absolutely. And Iran seems to have attempted the same previously, isn't it, Anand? With Iran also sending out a message not just to Israel, but also to its proxies, so that the credibility with its proxies stays intact. But many thanks for sharing that detailed perspective with us, Anand. We need to head into a very short break with that. We promise to be right back with the latest on the other side. Keep watching.
Make informed decisions with comprehensive analysis on the go.
Strengthen your portfolio with real-time market updates on the go. Create effective strategies with insightful expert opinions on the go.
Grow on the go with CNBC TV 18, now streaming live 24/7 on YouTube.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV 18 on all of our digital platforms.